It's not simply going to fail on its own. It's not simply going to fail on its own. He has the power to do it.
I disagree with you. I think we're seeing it fail day after day after day as millions of people.
Well, if it's already failed, it can't fail day after day after day. You're saying it's dead. You're saying it's dead. It's not dead. There are still millions of people, many of them the forgotten men and women you like to talk about, who still depend on it. And he has the power to kill it dead. He has the power to push it over the cliff. Are you saying he's already made the decisions on subsidies and payments to insurance companies that would finally kill it?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Again, in terms of Obamacare being dead, it's an unsustainable program. When something is unsustainable and it can't be revived.
You're not saying it's dead.
I do.
There are people who depend on it. Millions of people. Many of them your supporters.
Right,
his supporters.
And
How
that's
could it
why
be dead?
that's why the process of repealing and replacing would need to make sure that those people are continued coverage, and that's been a big focus and one of the priorities of this process throughout from the beginning.
Is he going to help push it over the cliff?
Again, I think this is already going over the cliff and doesn't need a push by the president.
Sarah, when you've spoken to the president earlier today, said that this system will continue to collapse and will get to a point where Democrats have to come back to the table and join in trying to find a way to fix it. What specifically does the administration think would be that point where we would get a group conversation that has not happened yet?
I think that's a question, frankly, you'd have to ask the Democrats. I think they're the only ones that know what's going to bring them to the table.
You're the ones who keep saying that there's going to arrive a point at which the system has failed to such a degree that suddenly there's a willingness to compromise. So, like, what are you envisioning?
Well, I can't imagine that. I can't imagine that as this program, as he laid out, goes deeper and deeper off the cliff.
You're either off the cliff or not off the cliff. You don't go deeper and deeper off a cliff.
What is the point that you're describing?
The point is Obamacare is simply unsustainable. We've said this 100 times.
But you're saying
it's
you're
not a
gonna
program that can be revived. It is essentially a dead program in terms of being able to provide the type of health care that Americans need and deserve. And our point is the priorities that the president has laid out. We have to have a plan in place that actually provides care, not just coverage, that brings the costs down, lower deductibles, across the board reform. And at this point, hopefully Democrats will see how bad the system is and come to the table.
Well, what specifically is going to happen to bring them back to the table? You're saying it's unsustainable, it can't be supported.
I would think that those things alone should wake up Democrats and make them want to come to the table. Again, I'm not going to speak for the breaking point of Democrats, but I can't imagine that as we continue down this road, they don't come to the table to try to help save health care in this country.